In the top stories, autopsy results revealed in the death of Daquan Maloney, firearm and ammunition found at New Pond site, and Department of Environment begins Phase 2 of Invasive Alien Species Project. We'll be back with the details after the break.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Start the new year right with extra cash when you take your next Quartz Ready Cash loan. Get $100 Quartz cash with your $5,000 loan and double the rewards with your next loan of $8,000 or over. Get your loan now and pay nothing down and get 30 days to make your first installment. Plus, hassle-free service, flexible payment terms, and 24-hour approval. All you need to apply is your ID, proof of address, payslip, references, and a job letter. Let's ring in the new year with some extra cash from Quartz Ready Cash. Conditions apply. Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 Newscast. I'm Mervan Thompson. An autopsy has been performed on the body of 28-year-old Daquan Maloney of Upper Shaw Avenue, but who resided at Bird Rock. Maloney was found dead in the Bird Rock area on January 26th, and the autopsy was conducted on Friday by resident pathologist Dr. Adrian Nunez. He concluded that death was a result of severe head injury due to multiple gunshot wounds to the head and body. On Thursday, according to a police release, the force acted on information while investigating a shooting incident at New Pond site. An illegal firearm was discovered. One SIG SAR 223 pistol with 1.380 round of ammunition were found and taken into police custody. This is the third firearm for the year that has been taken into police custody. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. The Department of Environment entered the second phase of communication activities for the Invasive Alien Species IAS project by engaging agricultural experts. The project aims to control what is considered invasive species or organisms that pose a threat to the environment, like the green vervey monkey, brown rats, and wild tamarin. For this purpose, former Director of Agriculture Melvin James and former Chief Extension Officer in the Nevis Island Administration Walcott James have been contracted to build awareness and provide technical capacity to the farming community on both islands. This will occur through a series of engagement exercises with key agricultural stakeholders. These include extension officers and farmers who will be made more aware of the identification, control, management, and prevention of agricultural invasive alien species. Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, Minister of Environment, is pleased with the direction of the project, saying, quote, "We are happy to engage agricultural experts in going out to meet with our farmers and identify the invasive alien species, especially the plants and bug species affecting the farming," end quote. In addition, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Environment, Sharon Rattan, said during the next 3 months there will be engagement activities that include bringing students on board for a final workshop and training session. Coming up, we'll have another look at some of the stories from the past week. Stay tuned.
Your Hot Value Mart IGA specials running January 26th to February 8th. Now, our Value Club Blue Tag specials. Bigelow teas, $9.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Pancake Syrup, $9.99. Dole Juice Blends, $12.99. Shoppers Value Ice Cream, $35.99. Bird's Eye Corn on the Cob, $16.99. Downy Fabric Softener April Fresh, $25.49. And now, a very low weekly value deals. IG and Essential Everyday Pancake Mix, $9.99. IG and Essential Everyday Chunk Light Tuna, $3.49. Extra Liquid Detergent, $22.99. Crunch and Munch, $4.99. Arm & Hammer Deodorant, $7.99. Boost Nutritional Drinks, $8.99. Shop smart, shop Valuemart.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or black cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
We embarked a couple of years ago on a transformation program, and that is essentially to push the company into the 21st century. We're seeking to continue to be relevant, continue to be the leader in the business community, because if you stand still, somebody else is moving ahead of you. We now employ about 110 persons on Nevis across the group. Back then, we probably had half of them.
TVC impacted people's lives. Have about a handful of people who will tell you, TVC is my life.
Supporting stakeholders, obviously very, very strong and committed staff, and customers who believe in us.
Well, the scholarship program is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best in St. Kitts.
Almost every year you get a student who says, one day, I'm going to be Prime Minister.
I was interviewing for the Warrell Tyson Scholarship Program. Eventually was told a few weeks later that I was a successful recipient. Those soft skills, I think, were tremendous and still serve me even up to today.
In news from the past week, a new Governor General, the first woman, has been installed in St. Kitts and Nevis.
The historic installation ceremony of the first female Governor General of the Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis, Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liburd, GCMG JP, took place at Government House on Saturday, 4th February 2023. The new head of state was administered the oath of allegiance and the oath of office by resident High Court Judge Her Ladyship Tamara Gill. It was announced during the ceremony that His Majesty King Charles III has given approval to confer the honor of Dame Grand Cross of the Order of St. Michael and St. George to the Governor General. In her inaugural address as Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis, Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liburd, GCMG JP, pledged to serve with excellence.
By the awesome task ahead. Grateful for the trust bestowed on me by the government and people of St. Christopher and Nevis, and mindful of the blood, sweat, and tears, the sacrifices made by our ancestors, those on whose shoulders we stand. Today, I am positioned to follow in the huge footsteps of my predecessors in office. As the first female to be elevated to the office of head of state, I am acutely aware of the history of the moment on my journey in service to the people of St. Christopher and Nevis, and to the nation that I love so dearly. I am fully cognizant of my role as Governor General, and in the spirit of my oaths, I affirm my commitment to serve all of my countrymen and women and my beloved country with humility, selflessness, excellence, and integrity.
Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, congratulated Dame Liburd as she steps into her new role. He spoke of the significance of having a female in this prestigious post.
It is with a great depth of gratitude who was raised fundamentally by women, understanding the sacrifices, that you would have been one who would have contributed, I think, more to public life than anybody in various capacities here today. Your life is a life of sacrifice and dedication to the common good and not dedication to just selfhood. You are a stark example, not only for women, but for all of us in this country. And we should embody what you represent, and what you represent is country above self. And I finally say, sincerest congratulations, and may you have an extremely successful tenure, and may your service to your fellow men continues with stellar example.
Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, congratulated the new Governor General. He said her service to the nation has been exemplary.
Your Excellency, your remarkable achievements are an example of what it means to be a patriot. Your passion and love for your nation and people are exemplary and have been the driving force throughout your career. You have lived a life of service to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis in numerous capacities.
Her Excellency Dame Liburd, 69, was sworn in at Government House on the 1st of February 2023 as the 5th Governor General of St. Kitts and Nevis. Her Excellency Dame Liburd has had a long and illustrious career spanning that of educator, lawyer, Senator, first female Speaker of the National Assembly post-independence, the first female to be elected chairperson of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, and first female Deputy National Leader of St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, Member of Parliament and Minister of Government. Having served as the Governor General's deputy since September 2022, His Majesty King Charles III has now appointed her as the first female Governor General of the Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis on the advice of Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew.
Police are investigating a recent homicide at a local eatery. Jason Davis has more.
At around 9 p.m. on Wednesday, neighbors said they heard multiple gunshots coming from the vicinity of Uncle T's restaurant. The victim has been identified as 30-year-old Sylvester Crossley of Macknight, but who resided at Halfway Tree. According to the police, Crossley went into the restaurant and, while waiting, he was approached by a lone masked gunman who shot him several times and then fled the scene. The district medical officer pronounced Crossley dead, and the forensic services unit processed the crime scene.
Following the events of Wednesday night, Uncle T's is now closed, and owners say it will remain that way for at least through the weekend. In the meantime, the police are asking anyone with information about this shooting incident to come forward and contact either the Criminal Investigations Department, or you can call 707 and offer information anonymously. Reporting from Keon Street for ZIZ News, I'm Jason Davis.
The IMF says that St. Kitts and Nevis is rebounding from the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's more.
The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, is reporting that St. Kitts and Nevis's economy is recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic and that the cost of living crisis is improving. That's according to a January 31 report after the 2023 Article 4 consultation discussions on economic developments and macroeconomic policies. During the January 16 to 27 IMF mission, led by Alexandre Chailloux, the team held discussions with public and private sector counterparts and other stakeholders. However, the report pointed out that although the outlook is positive, quote, risks are somewhat tilted to the downside, with growth projected at 4.5% in 2023, supported by a strong recovery in tourism and other service sectors, end quote. The statement from Mr. Chailloux said, quote, St. Kitts and Nevis is recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic and cost of living crisis. The large fiscal buffers accumulated over a decade of prudent fiscal policy have supported the authorities' forceful policy response to protect the livelihood of the population. The outlook is positive, but subject to downside risks in the short term, primarily stemming from global headwinds impacting key tourism source markets and commodity price volatility, end quote. He also spoke of preserving the country's legacy of fiscal prudence. This includes tightening the fiscal stance through phasing out crisis-related measures, rationalizing and controlling current spending, streamlining social transfers, and a complete overhaul of the taxation framework. According to the report, the gross domestic product, or GDP, shrunk by 14.5% in 2020 and 4.3% in 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Tourism recovery in the Federation lagged behind other countries of the ECCU, that's the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, because of, quote, stricter and longer-lasting COVID-19 restrictions, end quote. GDP is estimated to have grown by 9% in 2022. The authorities' proactive policy response helped dampen inflation pressure, with average inflation rising to only 2.7%, the report stated. Persons can view the full report at www.imf.org. Select the Countries tab and then select St. Kitts and Nevis, and then scroll down the page to See All Document. The report is entitled St. Kitts and Nevis, Staff Concluding Statement of the 2023 Article 4 Mission.
After the break, Guyanese minister claims economic professor calculations wrong, and Iraqi father kills YouTuber daughter. Stay tuned.